Hello everybody, I've been using the Fuji system in several years now, and I really wanted to share my thoughts about the three main lenses I use on my X-T2 now. I've been a user of the X-T1, X-E2 and bunch of Nikon manual lenses on the Fuji, but these three lenses, 56 f1.2, the 16 to 55 f2.8 and the 52 140 f2.8 lens. These three lenses replaced all my Nikon lenses. About the 56mm first, it does have the f1.2, the widest aperture in Fujifilm lens lineup. It's really well built lens with very nice aperture ring. It does click and it does have resistance. It's small, it's lightweight and very good to use. The 16 to 55 f2.8 lens, it's a zoom lens like your 24 to 70 f2.8 for a full frame. It is f2.8, hold the zoom range. It's weather sealed. It does not have any stabilization, and it's XF zoom, so it's top line of the Fujifilm. And as you see, the aperture ring is hard and it does have resistance on it. I really like it, so you can just change it with accident. The zoom ring is very smooth, the focus ring is very smooth, very easy to use, and the focus speed is really high and fast. The 52 140 f2.8, this lens does have the OIS, the optical stabilization. The lens is weather sealed, nano coated, and it's again the XF series of the lens, top line of the Fujifilm lenses. The aperture ring is very good. I really love the feeling you get out of these aperture rings. The zoom ring, the focus ring, very smooth. The build quality is top notch. Autofocus system is very fast, and it's really good lens. But I'm gonna share my thoughts about all three lenses at the end of this video, so keep watching. So we are outside now, cold Norwegian summer day, with my friend.
Hello.
And my car and the lenses in here. Let us start the test. We had lots of fun, and we did some examples with all three lenses, but this is not the fair test. I'm gonna do a lab type test also in this video. Zooming in, as you see, the both of lenses wide open. I would say they are as sharp, but the 140mm it's sharper, widest open against the 56 at 1.2. Zoomed in, and again the 52 140 is sharper, and as you see, the background compression is looking very good. Again, the 56mm, almost same sharpness here. I would say the 56 is a bit sharper than 16 to 55 at widest open aperture. The 140 is yeah, I would say it's a tie. Both of them are sharp. And again, the 16 to 55 is the softest lens in our test. And here is the lab test. Widest open 56mm. It's sharp in the center, but once you are at the corners, it's not that sharp, and the contrast is not that good either. But the 16 to 55 at the 55mm f2.8, it's not sharp either. At f2, the 56mm gets a lot sharper. As you see, the center is very sharp, very sharp, and the corners are much better now. The contrast is there, and you see the details much sharper than the 16 to 55. Again, at f2.8, both are lenses. We will see how they compare against each other, but I would again say that the 56, as you see, the 56mm is way sharper. The micro contrast, the sharpness is perfect on the 56mm. At f4, there is a bit improvement on the 16 to 55, but again the 56mm is way better, way better lens. Same thing here, again the 56mm is much better, but I see some softness here. I don't know, it's maybe my fault or the lens is not as it should be, but yeah, it's maybe shutter speed problem, maybe. And I see the same problem at f8 on the 16 to 55. It's not sharp at all. But again, I would say the 56 will be winner here. .140 against 56mm. Yeah, I can see that the zoom lens is sharper at the widest aperture, has much more contrast, and the corner sharpness is way better than the 56mm at f1.2. At f2 you can see some improvement in sharpness, contrast, and already at f2 against f2.8 it's a tie. Maybe the 140 has a bit more contrast, and maybe a bit more details at the corners, but yeah. F2.8, and you can see that the 56 is now sharper than the 52-140 at f2.8. Yeah, definitely. Again, the 140 has a bit more contrast than the 56, but the 56mm is sharper here. F4, improvement in both images, sharp, contrasty, corner sharpness is perfect on both. I would give advantage for the 52-140 lens. The corner sharpness is a hair better. .6, again, they are both super sharp, super contrasty. Yeah, both of them are. Oh, they are shining. Last test at f8. Let me see. There we go. Maybe the zoom lens is a bit sharper and contrasty here, but it's too difficult to say that. It's a tie, come on. Yeah, both of them are very sharp. Here is the bokeh test, the 16 to 55 at the 55mm f2.8. Closest focus, nice rounded bokeh. This is the 56mm at f1.2 and going down to f2.8. And the biggest zoom lens here, the 52-140 at this one is at 50mm f2.8. Let us zoom in and see how the bokeh look like at 140 f2.8. And here is my thought about these three lenses. I own both three. I use them all. About the sharpness, okay. The 56mm is the sharpest lens. Yeah, it's a bit soft at f1.2, but if you go down to f1.4, f2, you will see huge improvement on it. It's super sharp, super contrasty. The background blur is just perfect. The separation you get from the background is just phenomenal. The autofocus, the 56 is slower than the two other lenses. It's not as fast. The build quality, again, the 56mm, all the Fuji line top line lenses are well built, and there is really no issues with the build quality. About the 52-140 zoom lens, the image quality is just perfect. At f2.8 it's a bit soft, but again, you can fix it in post-processing, or you can just use 3.2 or f4 and you can get super sharp images with good contrast, and it's very good lens, and you have the image stabilization on it, so it's very good lens. And the last one, the 16-55. If you absolutely need the f2.8 at the 55mm, so just go and get this lens, because you can't get f2.8 zoom lens in this range for Fujifilm. But if you don't need f2.8, so I would recommend you to get the 18-55, because it's a lot smaller, cheaper, you get the image stabilization inside the lens, and it just fits better on Fuji mirrorless cameras, because the 16-55 is huge, bulky, and the image quality, to be honest, it's not that good. I have used the 18-55. I have taken some images, and that lens is just perfect. So I would say the 56mm is winner here. If 52-140 is also a perfect lens for sports. The autofocus speed is very fast on both zoom lenses, and again, the 52-140 is the fastest, I would say. Hope you enjoyed the review. Please subscribe my channel, and I will try to improve my English